I found something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight?
Help us save the Oasis.
It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You're based on your career. It's safe to say that you love science fiction, right?
Yeah.
But what did attract you to the movie in the first place, to the project?
Well, I'd read the book, and I really enjoyed the book, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't Steven Spielberg that was the main draw. You know, he is someone that I admire greatly as a filmmaker and now as a person, and love to work with. You know, he's the reason I love films in many ways, because of Raiders and Jaws and Close Encounters, E.T. They're all films that made me who I am in a way in terms of my love of film. So to get to work with him, you know, he could have been making anything and I would have said yes.
Ready Player One seems to take video games-based movies to a next level, right? Why do you think it's so difficult to make good movies based on video games or based on the universe of video games?
I think sometimes it's because the video game premise is not filmic enough, or it's too simple, and to extrapolate a film from a video game is a tricky process. I know, I hear the new Tomb Raider film is amazing, but some films that try and do it don't quite sort of, you know, manage to make that transition. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting proposition because the video game industry outsells film by 3 times. You know, it has a huge audience, and I think that's what filmmakers are trying to tap into. Maybe the filmmakers don't understand the video games as well as the gamers do.
And your character, Nº1, he helps design the Oasis, right?
Yeah.
The machine, the virtual reality world where the movie takes place. Do you feel like someone who would be capable of imagining a world like this?
Well, it's so, you know, the thing about the film is that the idea is very plausible and it feels like something that could actually happen. I'm not that technically minded to be able to, you know, I see these people that create these video games and programs and coding, and I mean, it's beyond me. So it took a lot of my skill as an actor to play Ogden. But he's a very sort of regular guy. He's not so sort of focused and socially awkward as James Halliday. He's more the sort of the face. He's like Steve Jobs, really. Mm-hmm. You know, he's the kind of showman. And so that part of it was easy to play.
Virtual reality really hasn't taken off yet because of the high prices of the devices. Mm-hmm. Do you think VR is where the future of gaming is?
100%. I think that's absolutely. I mean, we are heading that way now. It's becoming more and more accessible, I think, now that we've got the Google Glass stuff and, mm-hmm. you know, the way that we're looking at virtual reality on our phones now. The big problem they have to solve is motion sickness, which people tend to suffer with virtual reality. They've got to get past that, because when your body isn't moving, but your brain thinks you are, your brain immediately assumes that you've been poisoned, mm-hmm. so you throw up.
Yeah.
So once they get that, then we'll be...
So I suppose you've tried VR games. So are you one of these guys who get sick or...
Well, no, I can see how you would do. It's quite an odd feeling. When we were shooting the movie, all of the sets that were virtual, you were able to walk around. If you put on a VR helmet, mm-hmm. you could actually walk around these incredible sets, like the Halliday archives and stuff. And that was extraordinary. But when you're doing that and you are really walking, you don't get the motion sickness because your brain feels that you're moving. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. They've got to figure out how you can walk and touch things. As soon as the haptic technology catches up, so your interface with it physically, as soon as that is kind of perfected, the sky's the limit.
What's your take on video games nowadays? Do you play them? Do you like them?
I don't play them as much as I used to because I have children, but I do play with my 8-year-old daughter. We play Minecraft together a lot. We've built so many worlds together. And we play Star Wars Battlefronts together as well. So I play now with my kid, which is really good fun.
Save the Oasis.
Save the world.
Players, are you ready?